Okay, let's get started. So again, thank you everyone for joining today on Thursday. Joining this afternoon for this webinar. The title of today's webinar is Direct Response Selling on Facebook, and really today we're going to be talking about how this is the digital version of direct mail. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Amol Waishampayan. I'm a digital creative director here at Stream Companies, and if you do have any questions for me, you can actually email me, during or after the presentation at amol@streamcompanies.com. As well, feel free to tweet at us at Stream Companies is our company handle. I also do have a personal Twitter handle at Amol Big W. That's AMOLBIGW. And as well as I encourage you guys to learn more about Stream Companies, you can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/streamco, and you can go to streamcompanies.com, our official website. And it's a great way to just to get a lot of information on a lot of content we offer. We offer a lot of other webinar replays, a lot of ebooks, a lot of blog posts, a lot of information. Great, really great hub for content and resources. So definitely encourage everyone to check it out when they have a chance. So I'd like to do things a little bit different today, and I actually the first thing I'm going to talk about is not necessarily an agenda, but I'm going to be covering what I'm not going to be talking about. And I do this because I'm sure a lot of people attend, a bunch of different webinars, a lot of different presentations, and there's a lot of information around this topic. So I want to very much cover, what this is not about. And again, this is not about why you should be on Facebook. It's not about why you should be using social media. I'm not going to be really trying to throw too many social media statistics at you guys. You guys know a lot of people are using it. You know that, it's a really big part of everyone's lives. And I'm going to promise to do my best to really make sure that I'm not using, any complicated or any unnecessary buzzwords, because I think it tends to make something that's very simple into something that's very complex. So I'm going to promise to do my best there and try to make things as bottom line and as simple as they can be. Okay, so that being said, what am I talking about today? The first couple things are, things that you can actually do, and again, that's really what is the social media version of direct mail. Number two is, hey, if I want to start doing this tomorrow, how do I do it? What are those direct response tactics? And then as well, I mean, there's a lot to go on within the social space for your brand or your business, and I really want to talk about how this digital version of direct mail ties into, what your overall social presence is for your business. So with that, one of the first things I actually want to talk about is the story of really how we came up with what the digital version of direct mail and why I think it's so important, especially in this day and age. And the kind of background there is that as a social agency, as a full service agency, and with a big part of our social department and a lot of other social businesses, we really want to stop talking about likes and clicks and posts and shares and all those kind of metrics. And and some people like to really focus on, okay, how much paid traffic are we getting to the website? If the traffic goes up on the website, it means that everything else is going to be much better. But even there, it's just not. I don't think that's enough because I want to really show for the spend that we're doing. How many sales are we getting? How many appointments are we getting? That's really what the focus I want to do. So that's really what I call the holy grail. If we are able to say, hey, we spent X amount on this campaign, and from that campaign we actually brought this many sales into it or this many appointments into it. That's the kind of full transparency, measuring all the way to the end. That's kind of like the digital holy grail that I would really love to do. So that's really kind of where our goal was, what we're looking for. That's the story behind it. And one of the best investments in traditional marketing is direct mail. And so we took a lot of inspiration from the direct mail side of things, and we said, direct mail when it's done right is one of the best investments in traditional marketing. You spend whatever $10,000 or $15,000 depending on how much you're doing, and from that spend, you know exactly how many people you reached. You know exactly how many products or units you sold. You know exactly how many appointments you got if it's on the service side or more service related. So really, really good way to say, very dependable, consistent marketing technique that you can say, okay, we did this and we know exactly how many ups we got, or we know how many sales we got, how much additional revenue we got. And of course, you can't do these things alone. So with this in mind, one of the things we set off to do is we attended with Facebook at their New York headquarters. We went to kind of a direct response boot camp, and we partnered with them and said, hey, how can we really do this in a way that's going to get clients excited and partners excited? So definitely did it with them to kind of pioneer and figure out how to come up with this. And one of the main things that we found out when we were there is that, hey, Facebook is actually saying the same exact things that we're saying in terms of they want to be about direct. They don't want to just talk about how many likes does this page have or this business have. They want to talk about, hey, how do we actually help your business? So it was great to see that because, we're both kind of working toward that end. And one of the best ways that we came up with to do that was actually through a tool called Facebook Offers. And I don't know if anyone's actually used Facebook Offers in our audience today, but it's not quite, it's not like a Groupon or a Living Social or Amazon Local or any of those things. So it's not really like a deal of the day type of thing, but it is kind of like a digital couponing type of tool that works in a pretty cool way. Of course, it increases sales. Really gets people talking. It's still very social at the end of the day. And ultimately, you can measure your success. And that's the important part, right? That's that digital holy grail. How can we easily track the impact? How can we see how many people claim and redeem these coupons or offers? So, what is direct response? I think that's a good question. If we do this digitally, what is it? And in a social capacity, it's actually very similar to what we're doing in direct mail. It's, that you could include coupons, you can include incentives, personal letters. When the automotive space, you can do a trade-in, trade-up offer, a service check offer, restart, recall. If it's a lease, you can do a pull-ahead offer. These are the things that we know are tried and true, really pillars of the direct mail side. And again, we're just kind of converting that or integrating that into the digital side of things. So again, what is Facebook Offer? It's something you can create directly on Facebook. People can claim it. Customers can use it. You can actually limit the amount of claims, and you can track it with a unique code. And I'll go into that in a second. So here, just to be very transparent, I wanted to show you guys a screenshot of how it looks when you're actually creating this Facebook offer. And you can see up top there's a redemption link. So if you want to get people to go to your website as well and fill out some information, you can actually see. You can actually link to your landing page there. You can put in a UPC code if you're kind of on the more retail side of things. You can also put a claims limit because maybe it's a really good discount or really good deal, and you don't want that many people to have it. So you can actually limit how many, quote unquote coupons are available. The last one here is a reminder time email, and that's pretty cool. So if you have an offer and it's going to expire at the end of the month, you can actually tell Facebook, hey, towards the end of the month, let's say that, this was a June offer, maybe towards the second or third week of June, I want to send an email automatically from Facebook, and it'll go to everyone who's kind of claimed this coupon. It'll say, hey, if you haven't redeemed your coupon yet or redeemed your offer, make sure you do because it's going to expire, at the end of June. So a really cool way to kind of make sure that these offers and these coupons and this kind of digital version of direct mail is being redeemed and being used by people. And the other thing with those emails is that we spend so much money on email marketing, and it's so hard to get a good open rate, so hard to get people to click on things. But with Facebook that those open rates are drastically greater because it's Facebook and everyone wants to see what's happening with it. So everyone's going to end up opening that email, and a certain percentage of them are going to go through and make sure they actually redeem the offer. So very, very cool way to do that. So here now what I want to do is show you just a sample direct mail piece, right? This is just a print direct mail piece. It's for a client here at Stream in New Jersey. And you can see it's kind of just a trade up program. It's going to have your dynamic information in there, like your first name, year, make, model. And other than that, it's pretty standard. It has the branding and it has a phone number, call to action there. So what we did with this is we actually integrated it and we turned it into a Facebook offer. So what we have at the end of the day is an integrated campaign that shows both the direct mail side of things as well as the Facebook offer side of things. And again, here you can see that Trade Up New Jersey, we're able to take the same exact creative, same exact dealership messaging, same exact graphics. You can see how this looks on the left hand side. You can see how the email would look if you actually do claim the offer on the bottom left here with the UPC code. And that's where you can see really all the disclaimer information. And that's how we're actually been able to partner with certain manufacturers and make sure that this is compliant. We make sure that if it's co-opable, if it's fits within the co-op messaging. So really cool way, again, to do some of that stuff. The next part of this is really, really powerful, and that's the targeting side of things. And the targeting is really what puts this into overdrive and makes it such a powerful technique to reach people. And one is actually this thing that I'm calling CRM, pull of our database. And that's actually very cool because what we can do is look at your CRM or your DMS or whatever you're using to track all your customers, and we can take that list of people and upload it into Facebook. So let's say you have a list of 10,000 people as an example. I can actually upload that list of 10,000 people into Facebook, and Facebook's going to say to me, oh, wow, you uploaded this list. Out of those 10,000 people, 8,000 of them are here on Facebook. Boom. Do you want to serve an ad to them? So really, really cool way that we can actually reach the same people that are already in your database, but in a platform that they're pretty much using every single day. So that begs the question, what kinds of lists should we upload? And I'll obviously a lot of different things you can do there. If it's current customers, maybe you want to exclude your current customers from all your ads, especially if it's on the service side of things. Maybe you want to upload all your new sales customers. Maybe you want to upsell them something different. So a lot of really cool things you can get creative with in terms of how you can integrate with your database. So another tool that comes with this is actually it's called the Mimic Audience tool, and basically what you can do is create a lookalike audience. Now, to keep it very simple, let's use that example of 10,000 people. Facebook will then say to me, hey, you uploaded this list of 10,000 people, 8,000 of them are on Facebook, you can target an ad towards them, and I can actually find 8,000 more people just like those 8,000 people. And now we don't know the behind the scenes of how they're doing it, but we know the theory behind it. Because Facebook knows so much about those 8,000 people based on what they liked and they clicked and what kind of friends they have and what their friends like, Facebook can actually analyze these 8,000 people and say, hey, I basically understand what's common across these 8,000 people, and that's why I can find 8,000 more people just like them. So really, really powerful because you can find similar customers to your current ones. The other aspect of this is the precise interest stuff. So again, really cool. I always say that when I'm on Facebook and I'm kind of in the ad side of things, I feel like I'm the national security agency because I can really target by anyone who's done or said or typed or clicked or liked anything on Facebook, which is really scary if you actually use Facebook. But as a marketer, that's awesome because I can really target that much more precise, and I can really stretch that dollar that I'm spending to an even more targeted way. So whether it's Porsche or every different type of model of Porsche, or if it's kind of more on the Honda side, again, now this is on a national level, but you can drill it down to local geography, specific zip codes, specific regions. So really cool, again, how you can use some of these precise interests. Other kind of things that we do is it might be, if you're in the automotive space, you might want to actually pair that with what's really special within your town or your community. So, let's say you're in a really a beach town community, and you're promoting a vehicle that's kind of all about, hey, put all your surf gear in your SUV and take it to the beach kind of thing. That's again something that you can really combine some of these interests with the non-traditional interests, just to really target the exact type of persona that you want to be targeting. So the data logics and poke data integration is the next part, the next way that you can really target people. And again, I think this is really, really the best part of all of this. And all of this information is based on poke data. which makes it very, very similar to how we do direct mail campaigns. Again, when we do direct mail campaigns and we're sending it to 10,000 people or so, those 10,000 people, they're basically purchased information using poke data, right? We're targeting certain people who are in market, for certain makes and models, or have certain income or certain intent. And when we're on Facebook, we can use the exact same data. So that Facebook has actually purchased all third-party data, which is through poke data. And so if I want to target people by certain makes, certain models, I can do that. So what ends up happening is that I'm doing this Facebook offer with the same messaging as direct mail, and the same way that I would buy lists for direct mail, I'm actually able to buy the same information on Facebook. So really, really powerful in really creating kind of that integrated digital slash a traditional direct mail campaign. Okay, so I talked a lot about the theory behind it, kind of the behind the scenes, the nuts and bolts aspect of things. And here I want to show you guys some samples that we've run and how some of these things actually look when they come to life. And really, really cool to see some of these results. On the non-automotive side, and again, we do a lot of non-automotive. It's really cool to see both sides of the spectrum here. You can see, one of our clients is a LASIK eye center, and you can actually see that you get $600 off. So we had 45 people claim this offer. Again, the cost that came out to it was about $7.39 per claim offer. And generally, with these type of things, we see about 10 to 15% on a minimum come into the store. So pretty cool, way to get this out. If you do the math there, 7 times 45, it's a lot less than thousands of dollars you're going to be spending on a huge direct mail piece. So again, very cool how we can reach a similar number of people. Again, same type of story here on more on the gym side. You can have we did a 1 month campaign. We had 314 claims. We had $2.50 per claim offer. It's really, really cheap for a gym, and they drove so many leads with this 2-week free membership, and it was a great way to really do their grand opening, which is kind of one of their goals. And the big part that I always want to focus on is that what this has over direct mail is that it's hugely social, right? So this is just some of the comments. You can see there's a ton of comments under this offer, and it's just a bunch of people tagging, their friends and saying, "Let's do this. I'm down. Let's start next Monday. When are we doing it?" So it's hugely social, and it's really easy for a good deal to go really viral. But again, it has to be a really good deal. So now let's get into some of the other offers that we have, and this is more on the automotive side, but you can see that, we did a trade up Massachusetts, get up to $2,500 over book value for your vehicle. And again, here you can see it was 80 people claimed this offer within a month, and we had $5.11 per claim offer. So again, really, really dirt cheap. For the same type of direct mail, you're going to be spending thousands of dollars. You can see how this offer looks on your mobile phone here on the left-hand side. So again, a lot of Facebook is majority mobile, so that's really where people are interacting with this content the most. And if you do actually press redeem and press claim offer, you can actually get the email into your inbox. And this is kind of how it looks. Again, this is a more high-res version of it, but it has our dealership, and this has dealership creative messaging in there, your brand's kind of logo and business messaging in there. And you can see, again, if you need to have any disclaimer or information on the bottom, you can actually see that is definitely exists as well. So next thing here, you can actually see that, here's a really cool offer we ran. It was a buy one oil change, get one free. And really cool here because anytime you include free in an offer, I'm sure you guys know, does really well. And we ran this for 1 month. And again, we had 64 offers, and it was $5.11 per claim offer. So again, really great way to really, on the service side in auto, really get more people in. And you can actually exclude your current customers with that type of thing. So pretty cool. And again, it's very social. People are commenting on it. As an industry, and within social media too. There's reputation management is such a big deal. We spend millions of dollars on reputation management, and this is one of the best ways to create really an authentic, positive reputation. This person said, "I use this. They accept the offer with no problem." I mean, that's such a great positive review, and that really drove a lot of other people right into the store. And again, you can see how this looks on the mobile phone. and how it looks in the email. So again, you're seeing same type of template that you're seeing, but it's just the creative and all the messaging and the business and the brand are changed out. So some more overall kind of samples here. Again, more buy one free, get one free oil change. On the right-hand side here, we have a trade up Massachusetts, get up to $2,500 over book value. And, you can see the total offer costs, very, very cheap. You're talking like on average, it's about $1,300. And that even includes our kind of fees for handling it and creating it. So you're getting a ton of people to claim it, a lot of people to come into the store for not having spent, tens of thousands of dollars. So again, very cost-effective way to either add on to your current, a direct mail program, or just to kind of A/B test and see what happens if you take it on a one-off. So just some more samples here, whether it's kind of a specific Nissan incentive, or again, the buy one get one free is a great way to start out and prove to yourself that, hey, this has a ton of value, a lot of potential in my area, before you kind of go outside the realm of, hey, how crazy can we get with these incentives? So again, here are some more trade up values. Again, you can see on the bottom here, we're still going in a 10-mile radius, of the specific city or town. Pretty cool in terms of behaviors. We're targeting people who are in market and who have owned a Honda, Hyundai, Kia, or Nissan or Toyota, and they are at least 2 years or old. So we're thinking that, hey, this is a good target for people who want to, who might be in the market for trading in their vehicle and kind of trading up for a better one. So again, the targeting is really, really powerful. Definitely have to be creative and smart with what the messaging and what the incentive is, but the potential is really limitless. So here's a offer we did for one of our clients on the West Coast, and you can see here it was a 1995 oil change. Regularly it's like $60 at an Infiniti dealership. So definitely this is a really good deal, and we launched it, and within 1 week we got 81 claims, which is again really, really awesome. Again, also it was very social. You can see that people are saying like need this, and tagging their friends, or saying double road trip. So again, that's something that you're not going to find on the direct mail side, on the traditional side, but definitely very much on the digital side. So definitely a big component of making these things go viral. So the question is, how can I do this next month? How do I kick it off? What's my like number one step? What can I do? And just to keep it really simple, the best thing you can do is say, okay, look, I got a new direct mail campaign coming up next month. I know it's coming up. I know I'm spending, let's say, even only $5,000 on it. All I'm recommending is that you take 5 to 10% of that budget. So maybe it's even $500 or $1,000, and you put it into a matching Facebook offer and say, okay, let's see if this gives us any lift. Let's see if we're able to drive more sales from it. If it's retail, get more people to come into my store, and just see, because it's so cost effective and so cheap right now. I mean, right now Facebook is pretty cheap in terms of getting good targeted information and good traffic. Later on in a couple of years, it's definitely not going to be as cheap as it is today. So it's a great time to kind of take that first step and see, hey, how can I integrate it with what I'm doing already? So now the question of, okay, how does this fit in, with the rest of social? How does this, what do I do with everything else that I'm doing in social? And that's definitely a really good question. And this is a quote, from Jordan Belfort, which is the original Wolf of Wall Street. And, I think he said something really powerful, and that's that people don't buy based on logic. They really buy based on emotion. And then they're justifying it with logic. So, I mean, think about that for a second, right? People don't buy based on logic. They buy based on what they feel. And then they justify it with logic. They say, oh, I did the research and, it looked 10 different places. But ultimately, when you're buying something and there's a lot of money involved, especially, really the emotion is a big part of it. And then you're justifying it with logic. So with that in mind, social media is a really big part of creating that positive emotion associated with your brand and your business. So, as an example, we always say take pictures of all your customers and your products, right? Make sure you get a release form signed, get your agency to watermark it, get their names, the specific information about the product, and tell them to check it out and share. And, post it on your social media, your Facebook page. And, some people wonder, oh, I don't know if people want their picture on it. most people feel like celebrities. They really love it. And again, it's instead of just saying we love customer experience and everyone loves our brand, instead of just saying that stuff, we're actually showing real live examples of that, and that really makes all the difference. Another quick tactic is really just to tell your story in terms of who you are. What is your team? Again, really using pictures and celebrating people who have been there for 20 years. Putting a face really on your business and trying to humanize your business again. Often in this world of mass communication and TV ads and radio ads and print ads, sometimes we lose the human side of that business. And again, social media is a great way to really humanize that business and really tell a great story about who you are. So again, how do we get it done? Challenge yourself. Don't just be on social media and just throw things up at a wall, but really build that community. Choose a social ambassador at your business to kind of help gather that content. That person, maybe it's a digital native, a receptionist, someone maybe as a junior customer service rep, but someone who's probably on their phone all the time. Really get them to take those pictures because they're probably going to be on their phone anyway. And it's a great way to really just take advantage of that energy. And one tool that we use to really mobilize the team is a free tool called AutoSnap. You can learn more at iauto.com. And really, this tool is really about promoting that behind the dealership or behind the business approach to content. And with it, you can actually create, upload photos, videos. Actually you can see a signature there in the middle screenshot, but you can actually take a picture, hand it over to your customer, and have them actually sign the picture. Sign on the phone. And you can take all different types of pictures, whether it's employees or inventory pictures or product pictures. Again, there's the caption and the tagging side. So you can have everyone, it's a free app, and everyone at your business can basically have this on their phone and they can submit pictures. The pictures all go into one Dropbox that you have access to. And whether it's you or your agency or another employee or a partner, they can get those pictures and really figure out, hey, how do I tie this into what I'm doing on social media? Just some other types of ads that are out there, especially on Facebook as it kind of innovates. One is lead generation ads. So, we have all kinds of forms on our websites. Everyone hates forms. The new lead gen ads are very cool. Basically, if you see an ad you like and you want to hit subscribe or you want to hit learn more or download, you press the button and actually it'll bring up a little kind of tiny form with your information already filled out because you're within Facebook, and you press submit and your information has been sent. Now that's great because everyone hates filling out forms on websites, but we can actually do this and still get specific, personable, identifiable information about people without having to ask them to submit a form or go to a separate website. So pretty cool that we get that information in a much easier way. Another one that's very popular is called carousel ads. And carousel ads, I don't know if you guys use Facebook on your phone, but you can actually see within one ad, you can actually swipe, kind of right to left, and you can see different ads of the same exact business within the same area kind of come through. So a cool way that we do this is we take different types of inventory, whether it's different types of used cars. Let's say you want to take everything that's over 60 days on your used lot and you want to kind of promote it there. That's something that you can do on this as well. So again, pretty cool way you can do that. And local awareness is another really big one. Local awareness is a great way to basically target within a 1 mile radius in any location you want. And it basically acts like a mobile billboard, really, like a mobile billboard within Facebook. And you can see here, we don't use graphic design ads, but we actually use ads that are kind of happy picture ads and happy customer ads, and they really do a lot better than your typical graphic design posts. And we're talking about a pretty low amount of money being spent here. Here we're talking about $60 being spent, on this local awareness ad. So really, really cool way. Again, you can reach people for, a fractional amount of what you're spending on everything else. So we talked about a lot of things today. Really, I think of a great social program has three different components to it. One is, the Facebook offer side, kind of like the digital version of direct mail, that digital couponing stuff that we talked about. The authentic community in terms of great content, great pictures, really celebrating experience, humanizing your business. And then third, that social ambassador, who's an internal employee at your business or your brand or your location, to really help bring all this together and work with the agency such as Stream, or work with a partner, or work with an internal employee. So really great way. Again, great social program includes all three of those things. So that's what I have for today. Hopefully that was really informative and kind of helps you guys think a little outside the box, and really how to think about what you're doing on a traditional direct mail side, and think, hey, how can we start taking this digital, and how can we integrate it with what we're doing on a digital side, and how can we take advantage of Facebook and social media, which just allows us to target in a way that we've never been able to target before. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. You can email me again at amol@streamcompanies.com. Again, follow us on Twitter at Stream Companies, or myself at AMOLBIGW. And again, please feel free to check out our website. Some great content, great ebooks, great blog posts, and great guides on what to do within marketing. It's been great to talk with you guys today, and look forward to talking to you soon.